Hello to all my subscribers. Good morning, it's Mariella from Binary Option Sheriff. Today I'm going to start a trading strategy. I'm going to try it out actually to see whether it works out. I was reviewing one very old, well, from 2012 video by Keith Jones, where he is doing a strategy with very short-term trading, which is called turbo trading. Basically what he is saying, let's watch a small piece of this together and then try it out to see whether this strategy actually works or not.
In fact, you need, as long as you've got something that has a 70% payout and a minimum investment of $5, you can actually use this particular strategy that I'm about to show you. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to flick back to the binary options tab. Now today it's Tuesday the 10th of January 2012. It's just gone 11:30, and just here on the left hand side I'm just showing you the popularity, which says 58% of trade.
So basically what Keith Jones is showing here, and it looks like it's a very popular strategy, is to trade on very short-term trades, 60-second trades. First important thing that you need is that you should have a payout which is more than 70%. The trade should be at starting at $5. If we lose that trade, we double up. If we lose, we double up again, but basically we are going to try a couple of trades to see whether this works. I am on my tropical trade platform. I'm starting off with a balance of 5,018. I've actually tried this strategy a few times, and we are going to take it together from there, and we will see what balance we're going to end up with after a couple of trades. So at the moment I'm looking at the euro and US dollar, and here it's the sentiment is that we should take a low. So I'm going to take my first trade, which is shooting up. I am going to start with just the $5 as has been recommended, and I am going to invest on, whoa, my first trade. Doesn't seem like it's going down at all, it's more like going up, and there must be some news, but let's invest. So our trade has already opened. At the moment it looks like the trade is in the money. However, we will need to look at this trade a little bit further. We're loading the chart. So we're in and out, as we can see. It will take a couple of seconds. I will come back as soon as it's ready to close, and we'll see how we will have done. Right, we're just a few seconds short. So this has closed, the position has closed, and it has closed out of the money. So we are going to take the next trade according to this kind of strategy. I'm not very comfortable taking it, but we have an indication now returning of a low. So this time we double up and we do $10 and we invest. So technically speaking, the $10 should give us a payout of $17.20 if we are in the money, which at the moment we are, but anything can happen, which would cover not just the $10 that I have placed, it will give me the $5 that I have lost, as well as another profit of $2.20. But if it goes out of the money, then we will need to double this up again to recover the losses. And the strategy, as it's explained, and I will leave a link also about how this strategy is working according to Keith Jones, is to recover your money and make small profits, small but frequent profits. Of course, you will also need to have a balance which is at least $250 to $300, so that at any point in time you will recover money that could have been lost. Seems like we are looking at another loss here, and we are about to expire. Fine, this has expired. This 1 minute trade has expired as well, and we'll look at a next trade. This time we also have a low on this, so we take a low. This time we're going to have to take a $20 trade and invest. Okay, our trade is here. We seem to have taken it at a good spot, but much can happen. I'll come back to you as soon as it's about to expire. Okay, we are just a couple of seconds from expire, and it seems like this will have been won. Yes, so we got a payout of $34.40, which will have covered the $10 and the $5 trades that we lost, and also the payout that we originally had. As you can see, my balance has now gone back to a small profit over the first trading line. And what we do now is we start all over again with taking out a new trade. The sentiment is that we should take a high, but this time it will be for $5. I may have been a little bit late with this. Okay. This is our 60-second trade. I will come close to expiry and take a couple of more trades showing you how we're doing this. It seems that our $5 trade has gone out of the money. This is about to close, so it will be, right, trade closed. So now what do we have here? We have a market sentiment that it will go high still. So I do a high with $10. Notice how my balance is changing all the time. I will invest, so it will go back down to 5,003. And this is our trade. We will see how this will end within the next couple of seconds. Seems like market sentiment has gone quite wrong again. With just a couple of seconds to go, we'll see where this is going to be going. And it seems like it's out of the money again. Right, and now we have a very high sentiment with a call again, and we have doubled up again to go to 20. Let's see how we go with this. A third trade in a row which goes out of the money. We see that the sentiment is a little bit unclear with just 60-40, so we will have to do the nerve-wracking job of doubling again. So it says high, and we go with a high, and this time of 40 until we win. As you can see, this is ending this time in the money, and so our payout is a strong payout of $68.80, which puts us back to more or less our starting position. So basically what I have to say is that I will have to contest the whole idea of the doubling up, because as you can see, I am with a balance slightly lower than what I started. So when I'm doubling up with the value of $40, right, with a payout of 72%, I got 28.80, which means that I covered my $20 loss, my $10 loss, but I'm marginally down on my $5 loss. So when it gets to this point, you actually need to more than double and go somewhere around the $50 trades. I will take a couple of trades now and show you my trade history, and we can then dispute whether this system is going to work or not. I'll be back in a while with my trade history and my balance. Right, I am back with my trading history and my final conclusion on this strategy as has been mapped out by Keith Jones. As you can see, my balance is at 5073, which shows a substantial profit of about almost $60, and the time frame in which I was trading was when we stopped last together was 11:20, and now the time is 11:46 when I took my last trade. So we're not looking at a big time frame of trading. However, if you look at my trade history, this is what happened in the end, and this is what I have deduced. So I took a couple of trades, one after the other, which came in the money from after this. So this was our last trade. And then I took three which were all in the money, and then lost the fourth one. So I doubled up. I also lost that. This is when I dispute the first argument of Keith Jones. Because if I had taken a $20 trade, so if I doubled the last trade I lost, with 72% payout, I would not have covered my first lost trade. because I would have had a payout of $14.40, which means that my trade would have gone, not have been enough. So I had to notch it up marginally so that I would have a payout of 43, which means I have my $20 returned, my $10 returned, my $5 returned, and I ended up with an $8 profit. So actually it could have been as low as $22.50. Once again, I started with a $5 trade, which I lost, doubled. So at this point it works, doubling, because I get my $5 back and as well $2.20 over and above. But look at what happened here, and this is what I need to really amplify. So I started $5 lost, $10 lost, $25 lost. I am always a little bit more than doubling to cover. $60 should have been 120. I went up to 150, lost as well. Very nerve-wracking moment where I invested $400 to have a payout of 688. Now, my conclusion is this. In my opinion, this strategy is a very dangerous strategy. It is a strategy which, yes, can earn you money. As you can see, in under 20 minutes, I made about $50. So you're looking at about $2 earning per minute. But your risk, the risk that you are taking, in my opinion, is way too big for the net payout that you can get, because you can easily burn your account. So my recommendation is go back to an education, go back to a proper strategy, because I feel that although this is available, I will reconfirm what I always say, and I feel that this turbo trading is really a very risky kind of trading, and that you should have a good and positive strategy. Below is my link for Tropical Trade. As you could see, it's a very comfortable platform to work on with binary options. They have handsome payouts, because in payouts with the regular high and low, you have payouts of up to 81%. I also will hand in, as I did a few days ago, for the first 25 who will sign up, new sign-ups who ask for my free ebook. I am happy to give this ebook as a recommendation and also as a way of getting free tuition on how to learn how to trade binary options. Thank you for following. I hope you have found this interesting and not as nerve-wracking as it was for me doing in the last trade to recover my money. Thank you and bye.